Connecting Arizona. This is 12 News at 10.
Well, still to come on 12 News at 10, it's a problem that nearly no one admits to.
But it does affect millions of men, and it's a problem with solutions. Can you believe Viagra's been around for 15 years? After the break, erectile dysfunction, how it can be prevented, and how it can be treated. We are going to go there tonight. So, how is your sexual mojo?
It's not a question about your interest in sex, it's a question of performance. Scott Light talked to men and doctors about treating erectile dysfunction.
Some ads for erectile dysfunction are suggestive.
Mornings are my favorite time to play.
Some straight to the point.
Why would you let something like erectile dysfunction get in your way?
And others, like this one from Australian TV, are downright impossible.
Solving erection problems is not out of reach.
But no matter how it's marketed, erectile dysfunction is serious. And if you think it only affects baby boomers or the greatest generation, you're wrong. ED spans every generation.
There's really sort of a spike in maybe 20s and 30s where we see some ED.
So let's begin there. Fact or fiction, ED is a normal part of getting older.
Fiction. Erectile dysfunction can be associated with aging, but I wouldn't classify it as a normal part of getting older.
When treating younger men, doctors would first check testosterone levels and look for any signs of things like diabetes. But the middle-aged looking men in the commercials are a definite clue on the group most affected, men 50 and older.
Especially in the older populations, cardiovascular disease is a very significant source for these conditions.
And there's one bad habit that can affect a man's mojo the most.
Well, smoking would be the number one cause. That's an unhealthy habit.
And that's the thing about ED. We're inundated with how to fix it, but the first part of addressing it is realizing it's not a sex problem. It can be caused by a myriad of health issues, ranging from diet to stress to depression. Now, talking to guys about their health is one thing, but talking about sexual performance, oh boy, that's another.
We're active. Activity can be in many different ways.
Thank goodness I found some retired golfers who were willing to chat.
Well, sometimes they call Sun City Sin City.
Would your wife still say you're a romantic guy?
Sure. Then you ask, which wife?
Sherman's in his 70s, and he told me the code word when he and his girlfriend want some alone time.
He call us on the phone, and if they do, they say, we're house cleaning. We're house cleaning. You set aside time, and set aside your Friday, set aside your Sunday, set aside your Tuesday for just making love.
They understand what you're going through.
If there's another lesson to learn from all the commercials, erectile dysfunction is big business because it's prevalent. Millions of men have it, but millions are getting help. I asked Dr. Jeff Stern if 10 random men with ED came to him, how many could benefit from the pills, Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra?
Likely most of them.
Plus,
We can have a patient that Viagra did not work for them. Levitra does.
the pills are a common starting point, but what if they don't work?
There's also the injections, the vacuum pumps, and then you can move on to surgical treatment.
Injections may induce a cringe, but doctors say they work.
Very effective, without a doubt the most effective medical treatment. It's injected directly into the penis, which of course always raises a stir in the patients, and then basically the erection is achieved almost instantly.
For guys who want the au naturel way without any meds,
And then this is the automatic one.
there's the vacuum pump.
And it has a pressure release so that when the erection is adequate, the vacuum will shut off.
And perhaps the last step to treating ED is surgery. Now, before you say no way, listen to the docs.
What we do know is that among all of the procedures that we perform in urology, this has the highest satisfaction rate among any procedure.
Then this is the inflatable model. These are much more popular.
With this pump setup, the whole system is surgically implanted.
In fact, from the outside, looking at somebody with one of these in, you wouldn't really be able to tell that there was anything there.
So guys, yes, this whole subject can be uncomfortable, but no, it's a medical condition tied to many factors. As long as you're getting help, do one more thing. Take your partner, girlfriend, or wife with you to the doctor. It's all about having an honest dialogue about your sex life and then getting the help you need. Scott Light, 12 News.
And obviously there are cost issues with treating ED because some insurance plans won't cover things like Viagra, and those pills aren't cheap either.
And doctors tell us the cheapest medication is that injectable because you can buy a generic form of it.